Hi guys, thanks for watching IDNS1. Okay, during my Facebook post, I mentioned I have 100 subscribers for my YouTube video. I'll make a tutorial video. Okay, so I believe I already did during my last video on my second group and also the giving out skins to the subscribers, which ends this next Sunday. Sorry. Yeah, so for today, the tutorial videos on the heroes. Okay, we'll be going through my favorite hero, which is Akai. So before we start, let's take a look at Akai's skill. I believe you all already know that he have a leap. Okay, he has a froggy and the crowd control skill. Okay, but take note that he's passive. Okay, he actually gains a shield of up to 8% of his HP and last 2 seconds in a 2.5 second cooldown intervals. So just take note that you shouldn't be throwing your frog and the jump together. You should separate probably between the 2.5 second to get the shield. Let's not waste that. So let's look at the equipment that Akai's need. Okay, firstly we need to boots. Okay, so what boots we are looking at? Generally I'll look at the special type of boots which you can't get. Not armor, not magic resistance, not cooldown, no. I don't need magical damage, I don't need attack speed, running fast, that's quite useless. So I left with two. One that is HP regen, effect increased by 10%, which I'll buy it when my item is full. But in the initial state, I'll prefer the wizard boots, not because of the 300 HP, but rather the 80 gold for the assist. Okay, and why is that so? If you look at a tank, generally his gameplay, you'll see 9 assists, 18, 12, 11, 8. So generally we round off, it's about 10 assists per game, and that will give you 80 gold per assist. That is like 800 gold. And early game tank, normally his goal will be around 5 to 6k. That is I think is quite an okay goal amount, and late game you'll be maybe looking at 7 to 8k goal. So 800 in the overall, because you buy a boost, I think that's quite a good deal. So we'll keep these wizard boots. Now second item, in the current trending now, a team match out of 5 will be 2 tanks, 1 physical assassin, and maybe a MM, physical MM. So you left with 1 mage. So I will prefer to have only 1 magical defense item. Magical defense item, what are we looking at? A curse helmet, oracle, Athena shield, and immortality. So among these 4, curse helmet, seriously I'm not really into it because I'm a tank. I don't want the special passive which burns HP. I don't damage for it. Okay, immortality, nope. In the early games I also want my cooldown. I want to build up to my maximum of 40% cooldown ASAP. So among these 4 magical items, only oracles give 10% cooldown, so I will go with an oracle. So for my next physical item, okay, I also want a cooldown. I want the armor. So cooldown plus armor, Thunderbelt 5%, that's quite a bit, that's quite low. So I left with the other one, which is Dominant Ice, 15% cooldown, 70 armor. Okay, third item. Third item also I want a cooldown item. So cooldown item, basically I left with 3, which is the statue 5%, the belt 5%, or I can go for the wing of 10%. 10% wing cooldown also have a passive which reduce the damage taken by 40% when your health is less than 40%. You can ignore the life steals. So the third item, I recommend the wing of the Apocalypse Queen. And then the last 2 items, I want, like I mentioned, I want more armor. So armor, I already have 3 items, okay, of cooldown, 10%, 15% and 10%, so that add up to 35%. I don't need any more cooldown item. I just want armor. So armor, basically I'm left with Blade Armor, Demon's Advent, Brute Force Breastplate, and the Heart of Steel. Heart of Steel, I'll straight away take it, remove it out of my choice because 20% critical chance reduction. That's like playing with luck. I can't really gauge when I can reduce it and when I'll take the full damage, so I don't like the unique passive. So I left with 3 Blade Armor, Demon's Advent, Brute Force Breastplate. Brute Force Breastplate increase my movement speed and physical attack as I attack enemy. Like I mentioned, I'm not an attacker, I'm a tank, so I don't want damage item. So I'm left with Demon's Advent and Blade Armor. Blade Armor deals 25% of opponent physical attack as physical damage. Again, it's about dealing damage to the opponent, which I'm not interested, but rather Demon's Advent, which reduce the enemy damage of 6%, stack up to 3 times, which is 18%, and last 2 seconds. That is something that I would prefer. 54 armor and 920 HP. And the last item, you can either go for this Courage Bulwark, or you can go for Immortality, which I personally prefer the Immortality, okay, because of the resurrection. So this is generally my Akai's build. Of course, you can shift the item around, okay, whether you prefer to have the Oracle Magic Defense first or the Dominant Eyes for the armor first. Okay, so let's move on to the emblem. So for emblem, you can go for either tank or support. Support mainly for the movement speed, okay, and tank of course is for the magic resistance and the armor. So personally, I use the tank emblem, okay. Then for here, HP, the tier 1 HP, armor, or magic resistance. Take note that if you are Starlight member, actually you have 2 page. So for me is page 1, I'll just go for maximum armor, while the Starlight member page, I'll go for maximum magic resistance. So for tier 2, remember we have a 35% cooldown, 40 is the limit. So for the custom tank emblem itself, it gives a cooldown reduction of 2%, so I'm only 37. If I add one more, it gives me a total of 4.5 plus 35, 39.5% of cooldown. So I left with 2 points for tier 2. As I mentioned, page 1, I'll just go for armor. Page 2, I'll just go for the magic resistance. And lastly, the last tier, I will not go for the damage. Okay, so I'm either going for a crowd control, which grants me 5% of max HP with a 10-second cooldown, or I can go for tenacity, which when my health is below 40%, stacking with my Wing of the Apocalypse. Remember that during the previous equipment for the Wing of Apocalypse, when your HP is below 40%, it actually reduce the damage taken by 40%. So I want to stack with that. So I'll go for Tenacity 1, Inspire 1, Fortress 2, and Firmness 3. And that's all for the equipment and emblem of Akai. So this is part 1 of the video. Part 2 of the video, I'll be playing Akai. Okay, so stay tuned and see you later. Goodbye.